Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Sunarashi, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. A lot of people are playing this game right now, and it looks so interesting that instead of, watching other people play it, I thought, why not download this game myself and play it for myself, because it is free, and it looks very cutesy, and I don't know what to expect from this game. I'm just gonna see if everything is set up right. There we go. So we're just going to dive in, click new game, and see what this game is all about. It's supposed to be like a visual novel where you can make choices and that stuff. Let's just do Arashi then, because putting in Super Soon Arashi is a little bit too much for me, and Arashi is perfect, in my honest opinion, a perfect name. So, hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again, but I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Arashi.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in...
This game is going to require a lot of talking, so... if I sometimes mess up... my apologies. I guess you don't have to in it to you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Arashi, have you decided on the club to join yet?
Club?
I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs.
Oh wait, that's me. Sorry, I got something in my throat. I haven't been looking either, you know.
That's not true! You told me you would join the club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations, where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That sounds right like me in real life.
Uh-huh! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college.
That also sounds a lot like me.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise you try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I've even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as... the school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm not the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed to the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me the new member. Huh? I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Rashi, what a nice surprise! Welcome to the club!
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it!
I don't even know the voices I did for them already. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sore attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she's getting moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear. Oh, well. Would have been better to know if I knew that beforehand. Then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right! It's great to see you again, Arashi!
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Arashi.
Oh, okay, voice changed again.
Come sit down, Arashi. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them, I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been wide, so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki! Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki!
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy.
Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess?
Let yourself get intimidated. You're trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should not tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year?
Ha! Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica is a really good leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people were interested in putting all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals and that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah.
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I could keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Arashi, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of a teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right! You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud.
I'll give that back. Fine, fine.
Heh, your cupcakes are poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand over his shoulders, on her shoulders.
I'm not cute! Natsuki!
Oh, Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reach of your heart.
Do you even have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe we should share some of your work. You could set an example and help Natsuki feels comfortable enough to share hers.
I can't believe how much I'm putting up with doing these voices. My throat must be he really hurt after this recording session. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Well, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Arashi?
Monika smiles warmly me at once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
As we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I will join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Arashi...
You all... I'm defensive again against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayuri wraps around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really want to come, if we really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Ha, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Arashi, I look forward to seeing you how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Arashi, since we're here already, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayuri and I never walked home together anymore because we all stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
And with that, I will end this episode here. So that was a long introduction. I don't know if I can keep up the voices like that, but we're in the literature club, and with that, this series will start off, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy my part of view for this Let's Play and game. It really looks interesting, but I did hear that this game can surprise a lot, and that there's like a twist in this game. I decided not to look up any spoilers or watch any other Let's Players because I want to get surprised myself. So If you did enjoy this episode, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share this video with others, slash the subscribe button down below, and hit that bell icon, because then you will get notified every time I upload a new video, and that is sincerely appreciated. But with that, I'm going to end the episode right off here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.